Welcome to AHSAA Highlights for the Week, compiled by Coordinator of Social Media, David Holtzford. Let's get right into the action. What a game we had in Central Alabama as we start you off with Pike Road hosting Wetumpka in a Class 6A Region 2 matchup. Wetumpka quarterback Nathan Rogers, who had an incredible night rushing for 240 yards, started the scoring in this one, running 74 yards for the opening score. Rogers would finish with 3 touchdowns, rushing on 14 carries. One of those long distances covered 78 yards, helping give Wetumpka the late lead. However, Pike Road had its own Rogers in the backfield, Anthony Rogers. The Pike Road speedster had 295 all-purpose yards of his own, including 3 scores. With under a minute to go, Pike Road quarterback Caleb Foster connects with Anthony Rogers on a slant route over the middle, and then he outruns the defense for a 72-yard game-clinching touchdown as Pike Road holds on for a dramatic 35-33 Class 6A Region 2 win, the first this season for last year's Class 5A state champs and the first in Coach Egg Rigsby's tenure. We move south to the Wiregrass for a Class 2A Region 2 battle at Hartford between Ariton and host Geneva County. Ariton running back Jordan Smith started the scoring with a 2-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. Smith would finish with 37 yards on the ground and 3 short touchdown runs. Quarterback Ian Sin was 12 for 17 passing with 234 yards and 2 touchdown tosses in one night. Landon Tyler caught 4 of those passes for 155 yards and 2 touchdowns. Brox McCray also caught a 61-yard touchdown pass from Aiden Garris, and visiting Ariton wins 43-14. Still in Class 2A, we head to Blount County, where Cleveland High School, the 2021 Class 2A state runner-up, takes on Class 1A Appalachian in this battle of county rivals. The Panthers scored twice in the opening quarter, first on a 12-yard run by Jacob Johnson. Johnson would end the night 6 for 8 passing with 112 yards and 2 touchdowns and rushing for 172 yards and 3 more touchdowns, which included this final run where he breaks a number of tackles and reverses the field to score on the play as Cleveland rolls to a 44-16 win. Westminster Christian of Huntsville hosted North Jackson with junior quarterback Brandon Mush shining once again. He led the Wildcats with 363 total yards and had a hand in 7 touchdowns. Mush was 19 for 33 passing with 242 yards and 5 touchdowns and added 122 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns, and pushed him up the ladder to 26th of all times with more than 7,000 career total yards. Owen Lockett led receivers with 3 catches for 93 yards and 3 touchdowns as Westminster improved to 2-0 on the year, winning 55-39. Picking up the action in Class 6A, we check out Gardendale and Mortimer Jordan in Class 6A Region 5 Jefferson County battle at Gardendale. The Rockets were primed and ready for this one, scoring 28 points in the first quarter. Quarterback Tyler Nelson would account for 5 touchdowns, completing 8 for 10 passes for 211 yards and 3 touchdowns, and also running 6 times for 107 yards, and he added 2 more scores. Aiden Cups led receivers with 105 yards on the night, including an 87-yard bomb as Gardendale rolled to a 63-21 win over the Blue Devils. Still in 6A, we go to Helena High School in Shelby County with the Huskies taking on Homewood in a Region 3 battle. The Patriots started the scoring in the second quarter as running back Mondrell Odell bulls in from the 4-yard line. Later in the quarter, with under 20 seconds left to play, quarterback Woods Ray connects with Charlie Reeves, who breaks 1 tackle and makes another defender miss as he races to the end zone with 3 seconds left in the half for a 14-0 Homewood lead. With Homewood leading 14-8 in the second half, Helena's strong junior running back Jordan Washington takes a handoff at the 30-yard line and races through a hole on the left side for the Huskies' touchdown. Homewood answers with a field goal and seals the win with running back Caleb Colbert scoring the final touchdown on a 19-yard run as Homewood opens region play with a 24-15 victory. Defending Class 7A state champion Thompson High School opened Region 3 play versus Vestavia Hills, still looking for its first win after 2 tough losses to nationally ranked out-of-state competition. Warriors quarterback Zach Sims, just an 8th grader, delivers a 29-yard strike to Corbin Deuce Williams, and Caleb Harris follows with an interception, returning for a touchdown as Thompson jumps out to a 13-0 lead. Rebels quarterback John Paul Head cuts the lead to 13-7 with a nifty 15-yard scoring run, but the Warriors would prove to be too strong. Thompson scores 3 times in the third quarter en route to a 34-14 win. 2021 Class 6A state runner-up Hueytown hosted Brookwood High School in a Region 4 battle at Hueytown as the Gophers celebrated homecoming. It proved to be a big night. Hueytown's offense looked like the offense of 21, which scored a state record 775 points in 15 games. By racking up touchdowns on their first 10 drives Friday, on the way to a 67-13 victory. 5 were passing scores and 5 were rushing scores. Gophers quarterbacking sensation Earl Woods finished 9 for 11, passing for 242 yards and 4 touchdowns, while adding 44 yards on the ground. Receiver DeAndre Franklin led the Gopher receivers with 2 catches for 71 yards, both touchdowns, and added another score with a 4-yard run. Next, we move to volleyball action, and first up is Montgomery Academy hosting Brubaker Tech last week in Central Alabama volleyball action. Sophomore Ellie McBride led the Eagles with 13 kills in the match, 4 digs and 2 service aces. Addie Vinson had 10 digs and Caroline McDaniel added 9 kills as Montgomery Academy captures the 3-0 win. Pelham hosted John Carroll Catholic in Birmingham in a very competitive battle that had one of the longest single rallies in recent AHSAA history. The point included 76 touches combined by both teams, several amazing saves, and took 1 minute and 47 seconds before Pelham's Cameron McMim ended it with a shot over the net that was returned out of bounds. McMim led the Panthers with 19 kills in the match. London Wynn and Avery Smith would add 13 and 11 kills respectively to help the Panthers with the 3-1 win. Wynn also had 5 aces as Pelham improved to 14-5 on the year. Next, Bob Jones High School visits Westminster in North Alabama volleyball action. The Lady Patriots got a big night from the AHSAA current kills leader, Kennedy Vaughn. She finished with 16 kills in the match. Rachel Mecklenburg would add 11 as well as serving 5 aces. Meg Jarrett would also have 15 digs as Bob Jones goes on to win this one 3-1 over Westminster. And now we close with the excitement from last week's AHSAA TV Weekly WOTM Game of the Week, Mountain Brook versus Minor High School, with commentators Mickey Shadricks and Coach Rick Rose describing the action.
They got their running game going, they got their play action game going. It was all Spartans.
Yeah, I mean, this set the tone for the entire night. A couple of runs, or about 3 or 4 runs outside, and then this deep crossing route for a score. Mountain Brook did not let up at all, just beautifully executed plays. Great touch passes by our player of the game, John Colvin. Here's the third one right here, and you can see all these passes right on the money, just like we've said all night. And the Spartans never looked back.
Jumping out to a 21-0 lead, then they added this touchdown in the second quarter, 28-0 at one point there in the first half. And then this was the one bright spot for Minor as they get the tip ball, and Parsons, the big defensive lineman, bringing it back inside the 10. Then Keys and Jackson connect on an outstanding throw and catch.
Yeah, they really do, and this is the bright spot of the night for Minor. And you know, it's really ironic that a team that had been so explosive, their really only explosive play of the night is what we just saw, which was an intercepted pass by their defense. And of course, this is a nice run by Gamble to set up yet another Mountain Brook score. That running game so punishing.
And then here is another long touchdown run as Mountain Brook really turned up the yardage in the running game in the second half. And we caught up with the winning coach, Mountain Brook's Chris Yeager, after the game.
You and I have met with under several different roles, wearing a lot of different hats. Chris was a 205-pound center when I was an assistant at North Alabama. He was the line coach for us at Troy State. We won a national championship. Now I get to interview you. There's a lot of questions I'd like to ask you, young man. That's for sure. No, I just I'm
going to get out of here.
No, I just want to compliment you on the performance tonight. Just really great. I thought your game plans on both sides of the ball were exceptional. I thought your defense really never gave them what I thought was a pretty good Minor offense. Never gave them a chance to really ever get started. Any thoughts on any of that?
Well, I appreciate you saying that. And let me say this too, Coach. I would not be standing where I am tonight without you. You've been, number one, you gave me incredible opportunities, number one as a player, then as a coach, and you've been a great mentor along the way. So, you know, I'm the head football coach at Mountain Brook, a lot to do with you. Like I always tell you, if it weren't for you, I'd be back on the farm back in Fairview, Alabama. So thank you, Coach, for your kind words.
But I mean, I know you know I love you, sir. I really do.
Well, the feeling's mutual, Coach. One thing, you know, that I thought was good tonight, John Colvin, you know, did a really good job managing the offense. A lot of times people underestimate the ability to manage the offense, and I don't think that our offense, with the stuff that we do, the shift in motion and stuff, and the checks and everything that they do, it's not the easiest thing in the world to manage. And, you know, he does an incredible job getting people lined up and getting the ball where it's supposed to be, taking advantage of what they give us. But anyway, I was really proud of his growth tonight too. You know, you would love. He's your kind of guy, Coach Rhodes. You'd really love, and you'd enjoy coaching him, and you'd enjoy coaching those running backs as well. They're a lot of fun.
I think anybody would.
We hope you enjoyed these highlights. Of course, if you have any, please send them along to the email address on your screen. Join us next time for even more exciting highlights in Alabama high school sports.